War Stories. I'm Jericho, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the games of 2016 that I'm excited for. Just like with my movie rundown, I'm not going to talk about every single release. Not every game type interests me, and I don't have an Xbox, so I'm not going to really go into any Xbox One games. I mean, a few that I'm talking about are multi-platform, but Xbox exclusives, I'm not going to really spend any time on those. And I'm also going to start with March. January and February releases I'm not going to really go into, mostly because there really wasn't a whole lot, at least that I was into. Okay, so, and in the background today, I'm just doing a blast. Okay, so Twilight Princess HD is the first one. By the time this video is released, I believe it will be already out. It comes out March the 4th. Twilight Princess was the first Zelda. No, I guess I played Wind Waker, was my very first, and then Link to the Past and a few others. So, but Twilight Princess, I really like. I think it gets a lot of undue hate. I really like the storyline. I like, the sort of more mature, not like, oh, everything needs to be dark, but just like the more mature take on Zelda that it brings. And all the changes, with the HD remake seem to be really cool. And I don't know, I'm just excited to see it. I like that it has amiibo support, and I'm curious to see how it's going to affect Zelda on the NX or in Wii U, or supposedly on the NX, and definitely on the Wii U, which is also coming out this year but doesn't have a release date yet. So both of those Zelda games I'm really excited for. Hyrule Warriors Legends is also in March, I believe, but not really my cup of tea. It's a little bit too repetitive for me. So for me, replay value and just wanting to go back to a game again and again is really the biggest selling point, no matter what. So that's why Pokemon, is far and away my favorite franchise, because it's just endlessly replayable. If you ask me, there's so much, infinite things that you can do, with Pokemon. But just the grind of the Dynasty Warriors type games doesn't really appeal to me, so that one's not really high on my list, but I might check it out. So the next big release, at least in my eyes, is Pokken Tournament on March 18th, also for the Wii U. And I've never really been into like 2D fighters like that, like Tekken and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but I'm gonna really try for Pokken Tournament, because it's a Pokemon game, so I'm gonna have to. I played Injustice a little bit, and Street Fighter 4 a little bit, and Mortal Kombat 9, I think. Gosh, I'm not really doing well today, but it was never really my cup of tea. But again, yeah, it's Pokemon, so I have to try. And I've heard a lot of people say that it's simplified. It's not like ridiculous frame data and stuff that you need to be really good at Street Fighter. So it'll be more appealing to casual players, which is good, which is nice for me. So okay, the opposite of casual players, April 12th is Dark Souls 3. I played Demon Souls and I did not like it one bit. And I think I tried Dark Souls 2 and also couldn't really get into it. I think the barrier for entry was just too high. But Bloodborne, I am in romantic love with. Bloodborne, to me, like, it still is, that tough as nails difficulty. And it's so hard to get into it and get over the initial hump. But to me, Bloodborne, the lore and the art style helps you get through it. So it's more worth it to me. So I bring all that up because Dark Souls 3, I think I'm gonna try, because a lot of the early reports are saying that it's more in line with Bloodborne than with Dark Souls or Demon Souls. So it might appeal more. Although that being said, it's probably not like a release date purchase for me. I would want to kind of wait and see. And I haven't actually finished Bloodborne yet. I've been taking it really slowly and really and savoring it, which is my way of saying I just keep getting stuck. But yeah, Dark Souls 3, I might give that a try. Also on April 12th is it's not even a remaster, it's a complete remake from the ground up of the original Ratchet and Clank. When the last generation, or 2 generations ago, of consoles released, I had a GameCube, but I didn't own a PS2 until years later. So Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank are both franchises that I really missed out on, especially Ratchet. I played some of the Jak game. Jak 2, I played almost all the way. I played a lot of that. But Ratchet and Clank, I tried the collection on PS3, but I couldn't really get into it at the time. But I know a lot of people really love it, and I like, you know, that it's a complete remake, and the graphics look ridiculously beautiful, like, you know, just like an animated movie. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. That's a game I would sort of like to do on the channel. Maybe not a full playthrough, but just a couple episodes of impressions. But it depends on where we're going with the other. There are some other games coming out this year that are probably going to be higher on the list of priorities, and I want to finish. I don't necessarily want to have more than 1 or 2 Let's Plays going on at once, and I doubt we'll be done with Final Fantasy by that time. If you're curious, Final Fantasy goes up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but you know, it's a very long game, so I don't really anticipate that ending anytime soon. So next is April 26th, Uncharted 4, which up until Friday, or last Friday at time of recording, up until very recently I should say, that was my most hyped game for sure. The Uncharted trilogy, besides the Arkham games, was my favorite introduced with the last gen consoles. I loved all 3 games. I've been really enjoying the Nathan Drake collection. Had a lot of fun with it. And still am. That's another one that I wouldn't mind playing on the channel one day. But anyway, Uncharted 4 looks awesome. I don't mind, you know, the delays. It's just gonna make an amazing game even better. So I can wait. I can be patient. There's enough to keep me going in the meantime. But that was a pretty good life. But Uncharted 4, I am ridiculously excited. I can't wait to play it. And that game, absolutely, I want to do a Let's Play on the channel, a full playthrough. I probably will play it through by myself once, because I'm going to want to really be able to sit and enjoy the story and not worry about, you know, commentary and that sort of thing. Not that I don't enjoy playing otherwise, but just kind of for myself. But we'll see. I might just, like, you know, get the itch to record right when I'm starting off with it. So yeah, wait and see on that, but I would say one way or another, you know, I want to have some Uncharted on here too, and I wouldn't mind doing some of the Uncharted 4 multiplayer for War Story once. It's close enough to War that it could work, I think. So that would be a nice little change. Okay, so next is this June. There's not a specific date in June. Is the supposed release of No Man's Sky, which is another game that I'm very excited for. Looks, you know, amazing from the trailers, but it's also pretty. I mean, we know so little about it. You know, they've given so little information. I understand, you know, they want it to be a surprise and all that, but it's like they're, you know, deliberately being obfuscating at this point. You know, if we're to be believed, then this comes out in 3 months, and we still. Like, there are still a lot of basic questions about the game that haven't been answered yet. So, I don't know. I'm worried that it could get boring, but I don't know. Just the idea of it, of just getting in a spaceship and flying wherever you want to go and just landing on different planets and exploring and seeing the world is pretty intoxicating. That sounds right up my alley. So, I don't know. We'll wait and see attitude on that, but I think it could be pretty amazing. But we'll have to wait and see. And if it even comes out in June. June is what they're saying, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So that wraps up games that have a specific release date right now. And I'm gonna finish this match and actually stop right there. The rest of the games on my list are just TBA 2016, so you know, I'm just gonna kind of go through them in whatever order. But anyway, yeah. So that's the first few games I'm really excited about this year. I'm gonna I believe this episode's gonna go up on Tuesday. Yes. So I'll be back Thursday with the rest of the list. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. If you did, leave a like and a comment. If you didn't, leave a dislike and a comment on how I can improve things in the future. War Stories are uploaded every Tuesday and Thursday. Check them out. And I have my full playthrough of Final Fantasy X is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I have all sorts of different things over the weekends too. Content every day at full incense. But that's going to do it for me today. I'm Jericho, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm full.